working online? How hard is it hard? Does it pay good? Is there growth? Now, this is my chance to answer all of those questions that would also benefit them.
For everybody else who doesn't know you, tell us about you.
So, for everyone, I'm Heinz, and I've been working with Cyberbacker for going 3 years now. Started November 2018. I've been through several industry in the past. Started 12 years with entertainment industry, Apple computers, publishing for 3 years. My last industry was with the BPO. I was a trainer for 6 years. I ended up here with Cyberbacker, and this has been the biggest blessing I have received since November.
Love that. Love the biggest blessing. And I'm going to tell you, Heinz, I'd say you're also one of the biggest blessings to Cyberbacker. Well, just with what you've done since you've got here. I mean, you got here, you've been here how long now?
Going 3 years by November.
So, Heinz, before coming to Cyberbacker, have you ever worked online before?
Oh, not. This is my first time going online and working home base.
It's awesome. What attracted you to working online?
My wife and I had to relocate here down south. So initially, I was looking at continuing my work as a trainer in the contact industry. But apparently, with the place that we're living here, the nearest contact center is 2 hours away. So I have to travel 2 hours a day, a lot of time for traffic jam. So it could be 3 hours going to and coming home. By then, Jen and another of your head backer, Cheryl, they worked with me with the contact center I was with, and they invited me to join this online. Back then, I still had my doubts. I never joined online community working from home. I was thinking, would the pay be good? Would there be growth in that industry? But I said, things will always happen for a reason. So since I applied on the contact center, despite the distance, I tried applying with Cyberbacker. And Craig, first time I failed. I did not pass. But they were telling me you can reapply again. Of course, I had my mindset, I won't fail, and I will never accept failing. So I reapplied again, and second time I got accepted. I was never in the online industry before. I never worked at home, so I had my doubts. So even I guess those who are watching us right now might have some of those questions on their mind. It's working online. How hard is it? Is it hard? Does it pay good? Is there growth? Now, this is my chance to answer all of those questions that could also benefit them. So first thing that I had was being with working online, is there growth? Coming in at Cyberbacker, yes, definitely there is growth. Especially when I came in, my ID number was still 0075. How many are we here right now? We're more than 1,000. So definitely there is growth. Sometimes you might even have fear of accepting growth once you're inside Cyberbacker, but opportunities are definitely here. Second, does it pay good? When I was a trainer, and I will be honest with you, Craig, I was being paid lower than what I am receiving right now. Now, what does it take to be a trainer? You have to be in an hour earlier, traveling 2 hours, being there earlier, then going back home. I spend almost 14 hours outside house, right? And I'm being paid lower than what I'm receiving right now, right? So definitely there is money inside. All it takes is the same qualification that you've shown in your previous work. One, dedication, integrity. But there is something here that is not available outside. Your personal touch, that we can message you anytime. It has been a vision of almost all companies outside that you can communicate directly with the CEO. But it never happens. Perhaps once a year during your birthday, but here it's constant. At least we meet you weekly, and sometimes even daily we hear from you. You provided a very, very profound culture here that is not available outside. And I experienced that culture during my first day here at Cyberbacker. When someone asks a question, there's an immediate reply from people that they might even know. I had head backer who was training me. Then I had questions, but the head backer then was too busy. She referred me to someone who's more expertise on the question I had. I was thinking on my mind, I don't know the person. Would he accept my question? Would I get a reply? And to my surprise, he was so accommodating and immediately gave me the instructions and even showed me step by step. So that showed the culture that you had here. So definitely the reason why I've been here for 3 years, so happy, is because of the culture, the growth, and of course, financial that could support my family. Everything was answered. All the doubts I had, they're gone. So right now, those doubts became vision. And I love being a cyberbacker.
Wow, and thank you. But here's the thing, and this is kind of what says a lot. It's I remember you were having a tough day. I'm not going to get into what it is, but sometimes when family members have things happen to them and stuff like that, it messes with us here.
Hmm.
Heinz, I was honored that you messaged me and reached out because to me, when you have someone that your darkest moments, you can reach out. Was it? I don't know if it was your darkest moment. I don't know. But if anything, you knew that I cared enough about you that I'd want to hear it. And you cared enough about me to tell me. And I'm going to tell you as a person, like that level of mutual respect, and it's not a one-way thing. It is a mutual respect. And I think that that's missing from a lot of big companies. I think a
Wow.
lot of companies got so focused about their own, what they're putting in their pocket, they forgot to take care of their people, you know?
Exactly. When they
And
focus too
so
much on operations, then that relationship, it's not there anymore.
I
I mean, there's
agree.
a working relationship, but it has from cyberbacker, it has gone beyond that. That we look up to you. That when there's something happening to us, you're the very first person we thought of sharing it to because you are very transparent and you've always opened up yourself to us as well.
Well, I'm going to tell you, I'm human too. Same things happen to me, same things happen to everybody else. Why would we want to go through life not being partners, being friends, and taking care of each other? Why would we not want to do that? I don't get it. I don't get
And
it.
Craig,
So,
one thing that I always remember from you from the very first time during our communication, when you always said that you got our back. And that I
mhm.
will never forget. And that's the same thing that I apply to my clients now. I should have their back.
So let's go ahead, Heinz. I want to talk more about you. What are some of the goals you plan to accomplish working here at Cyberbacker?
Well, it was my first time. So initially, it was simply to have work, have food
Yeah,
on the table, and I love the idea of working at home and having my family with me. So those were the two things I wanted to. But those goals change because again, I don't know how much Cyberbacker would be paying me. But now that I'm here inside, as I said, those doubts became vision. So goals that I have right now is simply one is I want to be able to continue to share to other people. And I want to be able to share what I learned. Before, I only wanted to have something stable for my family. Right now, Craig, every goal that we set is being accomplished. So we just had our first baby last November. She's 3 months old right now. And you know what? Before, when we wanted something, we had to plan it long time. So
yeah,
we wanted an educational plan for her. And you know what? She just came out last November. We're starting with the educational plan, which is March 2021. Next month, right?
that's so
Things happen
cool.
fast. So
That's
goals
so
I
cool.
have, I want to be able to protect my work here. Being in the south, there could be storms, everything. I wanted a generator set. After working 1 year with Cyberbacker, I was able to buy my own gen set that could fully power the whole house. So things are coming in. Now, further goals I have is by 2022, well, we would have our educational plan. 2022, we want to open up our own cafe as a passive income. Of course, I will not leave Cyberbacker, so that will just be a passive income for us. But my goal here at Cyberbacker initially was to simply fulfill the role of my client. She has her goal of being an executive coach, so I want to see her to that stage. And now, from my end here, my personal goal is after achieving everything I want to achieve as a cyberbacker, I want to be with the growth team. I want to be a growth backer to be able to
That's
continue to
cool.
establish my relationship with clients.
Love that. Cami, what great questions do you have for Heinz here?
Hi, Heinz. Given
Hey,
that you
Kami.
mentioned your goals, two questions for you. One is, what are the biggest challenges that you have encountered ever since you joined Cyberbacker? Well, personally and professionally.
Well, personally, it's the having a genset because here in our area in the south, usually there are storms passing by, and we're in the province, so electrical posts are not that sturdy, so it can easily fall, and we usually experience power outages here. And like the first time when the Al volcano almost erupted, yes, okay, we had no power for a week, and I had to travel every day for 45 minutes to the next town. I work there, and wee hours in the morning, I come back home. So I had to do that for 3 days. Then that was a time that, well, through the teachings of Craig, we had some financial savings, and we decided that, hey, let's buy our own generator set. And we were able to buy that, and so far we've been enjoying it, and I have not been having any challenges for now. And that's the only challenge that I have. I wanted to be fully equipped for the work here, and I was able to get that. Now, work, of course, there is a transition time wherein I was just new with my client. I want to make sure that I'm able to provide everything correctly, and I had my head backers then. And that was then that I knew that we had our communication tool here, that everyone helps one another, and that's where I
I
experienced the great culture that we have, and I love so much.
I strongly agree with you. Now, given that you've been with Cyberbacker for 3 years now, what's the best memory that you had with Cyberbacker?
Oh, a lot. With Craig here, there's a lot of memories that he's
Oh
sharing.
boy.
Because memories does not only come from us; it comes from others. What they shared to us as well, experiences they went through. Those are all great memories. But one thing that I will never forget: my first attendance of the meeting with Craig, and I had my name as Dell. I will never forget that, and even till now, Craig won't forget it. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I won't because it embarrasses me when I call someone the wrong name.
Every time I join a session now, I will always check on the name. Yes, because I
Yeah.
also use this my coach's account, so I want to make sure that I'm correct.
What what do you like most about our cyber ammo, Craig?
First time that I see a CEO that is very emotional, and he's very sympathetic to people, to other person. He has his own great experiences to share. So, but I guess that's what makes him special, because he went through experiences that we went through before where he is now, and he's trying to share everything that he has to us so that we can avoid and take an easier road to be where he is. And that, I guess, would make him very different and make him very special.
Heinz, any parting words you want to leave? Final words yours.
Well, to all the people who would be watching this video, to those who have not been working online at home, again, I just want to take this opportunity to erase those doubts that you have. If you have doubts, if you have assumptions, ask us, and I will gladly answer whatever questions you have to erase it and not deny you of this opportunity of being a cyberbacker. And I am proud of being a cyberbacker.